I'm Jennifer, and on this video we are going to be making homemade yogurt with the help of biotechnology. The parts that are going to be in this video are listed here. Without further ado, let us get started. Before we get started making our own homemade yogurt, we need to understand biotechnology. I'm sure you all know that yogurt is made from milk, but did you know bacteria is also involved in making it? The bacteria found in yogurt are Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus bacteria. The function of these bacteria are to ferment lactose, milk sugar, to produce lactic acid. The increase in lactic acid decreases pH and causes the milk to clot or form the soft gel that is characteristic of yogurt. The fermentation of lactose also produces the flavor of the yogurt. That is why we need to understand biotechnology first, because biotechnology is a broad area of biology involving the use of living systems and organisms to develop or make products. There are two types of biotechnology: traditional biotechnology and modern biotechnology. Traditional biotechnology refers to the traditional techniques of using living organisms to yield new products or modify foods or other useful products for human use. The early examples of biotechnology include breeding animals and crops to make cheese, yogurt, bread, beer, and wine. Some traditional techniques such as selective breeding, hybridization, and mutagenesis are used in current applications of biotechnology. Other technologies include fermentation, selective breeding, food processing, tissue culture, and more. Modern biotechnology we are familiar with have techniques that further involve genetic engineering so as to produce recombinant DNA and transgenic organisms that can be utilized to produce the desired product. Now that we understand biotechnology, let us get into the actual point of this video. To make your own homemade yogurt, here are the ingredients needed: milk and yogurt. Make sure the yogurt says either plain, original, or classic. And here are some other supplies you need: a spoon, a pot, a beaker, and cloth. And that's all you really need. Friendly reminder before we start, you will need to make sure all the supplies as well as the place where you're making the yogurt are all clean. You can soak the supplies in hot water so that they are sterilized and disinfect the area you are making the yogurt to keep it clean. First, pour the milk from the milk carton into your beaker. I'm pouring it until 500 milliliters, but you can do till whatever. Then pour the milk inside the beaker to the pot and turn on the stove. Please stand by the stove whilst you wait. Use a thermometer to check if it's 40 degrees Celsius. If you do not have a thermometer, you can ask for the help of your parents to try out the milk and by dropping a bit of it into their hands and check if it's warm enough to give a baby. Next, once it's warm enough to pour the milk into a container, grab your yogurt and get 2 tablespoons full of yogurt. Place the yogurt into the milk and stir it. Once you are done, close it. Afterwards, wrap it up with cloth. Make sure you wrap it tight since we need to make sure that there will be no sunlight to come in contact with it and to keep the temperature warm. And finally, place your now wrapped up container somewhere, preferably near a fridge, and wait for 12 hours. And we can finally see our finished homemade yogurt now. This is a time where you pray and hope it goes well and does not mess up. If you do manage to not mess up, then there you go, a perfectly tasty yogurt for you. Honestly, it tastes good, but I think mine tastes too much like milk, so for yours, you should probably add more yogurt. And that's the end of the video. I do hope you enjoyed and your yogurt. Sorry if there are any mistakes, and thank you for watching.